Hey everybody, Bill Flipper here, and I'm going to do this kind of like more of a mindset video, so I'm not going to be really unloading tips and tricks, but it's something that I find mo almost I would say probably almost every entrepreneur or kind of like happy person, a lot of these habits, probably like a superpower that I think has to pretty much come natural, but you can train your brain to do these types of things. So at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. I'm going to lead up to what I do. But 20 to 30 minutes a day, I should do more. I and you could do gratitude lists, you could do meditation, but I like Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, the Jim Rohn stuff. I follow a lot of like finance or I'm learning stuff about Amazon FBA. I take 20 to 30 minutes a day. I have to listen to one of their podcasts. Something that's only about positive mindset, something that's about um basically positive way to reframe thoughts and actions, way or events that have happened. And the superpowers that I think I have, and I'll go into them or the entrepreneurs do, is one, obsession, two, the thought to themselves that I'll figure this out. I'll become obsessed. And if they can do it, I can do it. And the third, and probably the most important, is delusional optimism. And someone actually told me that I'm delusionally optimistic, which I kind of take as a compliment. And it was dealing, so we were trying to get a huge pile of boxes in the car, and I'm like, they'll fit. And we were shipping them FBA. And of course, they didn't fit. But for some reason in my head, I was like 99% sure they would. And they said I was delusionally optimistic. And it's kind of like, yeah, maybe I am. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, I don't think anyone can do this full time without at one point saying this will work. You know what I mean? And the same with starting. There's multiple points in your life and selling journey where you're going to have to take a leap of faith. And a lot of ways you can do that safely is to list out, make a list of things that go wrong, make sure you have a backup plan. Like I did not have a backup plan, but I kind of figured, well, if things got really bad, I could go work retail or find an administrative assistant job. But I think I probably have a naturally obsessive personality. I know a lot of entrepreneurs do who even when they succeed in some aspects, even while they're doing business, they may get obsessed with golf or they may get obsessed with all kinds of different topics and things like that, sports and things like that, where they learn all about it. They listen to podcasts, they read books about it. And that's kind of how I became with Amazon. I still listen to a lot, but when I first did it, I'm talking about if I'm driving in the car, I'm learning about Amazon or eBay. If I'm at home, I'm doing, like I think my kid was in daycare at the time, and he was like 6 hours. So all 6 hours I'm learning. I'm going to stores and scanning everything I can touch just to get an idea. I'm going through other people's stores. I'm stopping by stores that are like local stores that no one sources at just to see if I could source there, like small supermarkets, things like that. Like even thrift stores, I was driving all over and I was obsessed. Like, this will work. I just have to figure out how. The other one was I knew a local person who was doing big numbers. And it was RA. So I was like, clearly it does work. I just need to figure out how to do it. And most of it now, I mean, there's just so many channels like mine, and just search Amazon FBA, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale. You can learn things from wholesale, even if you're doing retail arbitrage. Reading Keepa charts, where you're getting like the stuff people used to pay thousands or hundreds of dollars for just for free. So, I really if you're new, even if you're not new like me, do an hour a day. Just find some channels you really like. Listen to an interview. There's many interviews where I said about like I took a course. I took two courses. The one course I think I paid $300. Um, a 10-second interval, I made like 10 grand because they mentioned a new brand that I had never sourced, that I actually was ungated, and I didn't even have to try to get ungated. And it was just extremely profitable for this short, I would say for about 6 months. So, you know, it and those you find those on free interviews all the time. You don't have to buy a course to find that. You just listen to the whole thing, play it in the car, play it while you're working out, play it while you're cleaning, and just get obsessed. That doesn't mean you can't have a normal, you can't have time for everything else. But during that net time where you're doing something, it's certainly. I'm not saying listen to it while you're hanging out with your kids in your earbuds, but if you're working out and you're driving, things like that, during if you're sitting at home, like I haven't watched Netflix in years and years and years, or any television. The only thing I've watched is like if my kid's watching some learning stuff, but like, and I happen to see it while I'm doing something else. So I wouldn't listen to it while I'm spending time with him, but any other time, there's so much more time, you know, um, staying up a little later, just putting in the work. I was trying to explain to someone starting their business, I'm like, it's so front heavy that people never make it past the front gates. They say, "Oh, I got gated. Oh, I got denied. Oh, I got this or that," and then they just give up. And I think there will be some economic troubles ahead, so I don't want to discount that. But there's so many people who are dropping, like, it will weed out the weak. It really will. The weak sellers will fall off, and yes, new sellers will start, but it will be more and more for the veteran sellers, or the people that can stick with it, the people that do it smartly. Like they were like they had $1,000 to spend. I'm like, don't spend $1,000. Spend 50, $75 a week. Okay, even if oh man, I got a lawnmower going. So I'll talk a little closer to the mic. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Um, Even if you have that, I would rather have you spend it cheaply and learn the skills, do those types of things. Um, so yeah, that really threw me off. Well, listen, I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. I'm going to continue this video tomorrow. We'll talk more about how to get started. So get obsessed, figure it out. You will figure it out. YouTube is your best guide, Google, and be delusionally optimistic. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday, TGIF. See ya.